Okay, okay. All right, we're here. We're alive. I swear. We're not a bot. All right. So, last time we got everything hammered and glued. Now we just got to tune everything in. Because, you know, this side doesn't match this side. This is almost flat to itself, and also want to make sure that the feet are level to each other. Let's, boop. There we go. Let's travel on over to the wood tool chest. Because we're going to need planes today. Probably a whole slew of them. But for right now, as big as they are, these are the two I'll need. And honestly, let's just bring out all the trio. But also, let's just open the entire chest. Well, yeah, let's open the chest so I don't have to open it later in case I need something else. Planning. That's not something I have. Okay, anyway. So, it is time to start finishing this guy. All right, and I know what planing does to this, to this nice little obs butt. So we're going to make sure you're locked. Otherwise, you guys are going to get seasick. Okay, you're locked. I'm going to start with the feet here. Possibly even plane this, but this side doesn't really matter. Okay, so. Well, hello, Mecca. Good to see you this morning. All right. We are just really checking one thing to another kind of deal. That's what I was afraid of. One of these feet is not like the other. But I was kind of expecting it anyways. So, here's the best part. This is the underside of the workbench. Does Wes care if he has to leave a little hammer mark in there? Not really, but we can. Let's bring these out just because, you know, whatever. Let's be nice to the workpiece. Okay. But today is finishing day, and I am all for finishing day. I also brought down, well, before we go too far, I brought down something. Okay, so this just needs to come down, like, evenly until we've got them sitting flat. Which isn't all that much now that I'm looking at it. I mean, those few strikes, I think, really. may have done it. Yeah, one day it'll be more than just shop furniture. One day. Okay, and let's not just work on one side here. So, any thoughts for shop project or for Craftsman Guild project there, Mecca? I'm thinking of one for myself. Got it. Well, yeah. I mean, that's where I'm at right now too, Mecca. Make a thing to make a thing. Like, cannot wait till it's just make a thing that I want to make, not make a jig for something. Like I said, right now we're just slowly bringing it down because this is the low spot. I'm glad to be at this point. I'm very glad to be at this point. We need to knock that down right there. Okay, now how does it read? It's a high point right there. Yeah, like for me, what I might do is break out the carving knives and carve like a small, like maybe 6-inch diameter version of this. But a lot of the other projects just didn't scream at me at all, so. Okay, now we need to go down a level again. All right. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not... Actually, here's a good thing to try and make sure of as well. How level are things in reference to level? Okay, I just need to get a read of that bubble to this bubble to make sure we're not going too far out of flat in reference to itself. Okay. Oh, and then need to... I just got to remember the grain is the opposite on this side. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Getting somewhere now. You're a little high here. What are we sitting on over here? Okay, there's a little bit of a high spot here. And then sorry for the loud noises. I should probably get the wax out. Come on, get back in there. Thank you. Because if I don't wax this up soon, they're not going to like me. Yeah, that's maybe what I'll do, but I mean, in essence, you know what the next big project that I want to do is? Let me grab it. Before we get my hands covered in linseed oil, this is the next big project. Turning saw. And I will gladly share the plans. They're free. So the next big project will have links to this as well. We're going to do our own rendition of the tools for work, the Gramercy bow saw kit. And I say own version. I'm going to be using the plans fairly closely, except for like making the handles, because you need a lathe for that. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, you don't have enough. Okay. Okay, I see. Going down another level. Okay, trying again. Yeah, I'm either going to do that or I'm going to chisel them out or something. I'm probably going to make English style handles with the octagonals. Oh, we're getting close. Much closer. Okay. And then all we have to, once we get close, all we have to do is get the wind out of it and we're done on this side. Just that little bit right there. Oh no, Minimax overboard. Go get Minimax real quick. Which at some point he's probably going to have to abandon us anyways, because I don't want linseed oil on him. A little bit here. Okay. This is going to be a little bit harder though, because, well, we can fix that. We're not actively shaving it. Sorry, loud noises. Okay. 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 I see what the problem is, but that's not that big of a deal. That'll come out with this boy. Says the man who forgot he unclamped his work. It is kind of nice to be back to the plains a little bit here again. Loud noises. All right, there we go. Let's see if I can do it without tear up. Yeah, okay, good. Minimal tear out, like to the point where it doesn't matter, especially since it's the bottom of a foot. All right, what do we got? How we do's? First, check this. It's relatively the same as the jaws. All right, that means nothing until I flip her over. Let's find out. All right, brush time. Oh, that's all right. But yeah, most likely I'm gonna end up having to use spoke shave and stuff like that. Chisels, spoke shaves, knives to do the handle. That's why I said I'm gonna follow the spirit. Not the, maybe I should, yeah, I should at least run a couple runs of the plane just to clean the bottom edge, I think. Just to clean it, give us a better edge on this leather. Nothing like too amazing, just something to clean it. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I mean, that's good enough. I just want to clean some of the raggedness of the leather off. All right, loud noises again. And this time, hole in one. But that's kind of easy to do when you just emptied out the entire bucket of shavings and offcuts. Kind of easy to hit hole in one when there's nothing deflecting it right out from the bat. See, now we got to we got to play with this side. Which is going to take a little more work, but doable. Here's the fun part. Well, how am I going to secure it down? The exact way it's intended, with holdfasts. But first, a message from our sponsors. You getting too many shavings on your workbench? Well, I'm here to tell you about the Brush 5000. It hasn't been developed yet, but we need your money to develop it. Brush 5000 will be able to do anything. Brush 5000. See that right there? Okay, that one's not going to be secured. Okay, so we're learning things. About the design of my bench. Like that it's a whole farce. Okay. That it really is designed to be all the way up here, isn't it? Yep. It is designed to be basically flush with the bench. That's why nothing was lining up. I don't think we need the other two, but let's get one in there just in case. Well, that's interesting. I put those front feet on there for no good reason. But either way, it's fairly stout. All right, now let's hog away at this front vise, which definitely hangs kind of funny. I have just proved myself wrong. Let me find a place to put this on the bench. I really don't want to have to drill new holes, but we probably will. Right now, let's just find a place that this baby works. So that I can start hogging away without consequence. Get all four over here. Because it's really kind of made for this side of the bench in the first place. But okay, let's find a place. Find that optimal zone. Where I can, let's see if we can get a front on here. And a back. Okay. Like I said, there's probably going to be new holes driven into the bench just to use this correctly. How are we doing over here? Probably not going to be able to do that. Okay, cool. We need stopping force this way anyway, so. All right, got you there, got you there. You're good. put it there? Not a chance in hell. Okay, good. Just want to see. Let's be smart. Let's see. Let's hope and pray. Okay. Okay. I remember this now. Can't hog too heavy, I guess. I forgot about that part. Yeah, adjustments will be necessary. Very, very apparent now. But I think we'll get to it fairly easily. First we need to get the high spots down and then start leveling. And then we will drill optimal hole. Well, now that we're doing this. Do you see me? Come on, OBS bot. I know you know I exist. Come on. Thank you. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't swing, top camera doesn't swing this way very easily. So, sorry about that, guys. But we're near the end. Give me a second here. I'm going to make this part a little easier. Shall return. All right. It's kind of just playing around with the leather in the first place, so let's take a little of the guess game out of this. We're not going to need leather that tall. There. Because it just kind of keeps squishing the leather and not planing the wood. And like I said, I'm not too worried about this being this way. We're getting it roughly into shape, and then if I really was worried, I'd be doing this, and well, the rest of the wood will be doing it. So part of that is it's not supposed to be done with plain work like this, so But also because I don't have dog holes optimized for it. I'm gonna have to optimize a set of dog holes for this specifically. But it's really just supposed to be for clamping work. And honestly, this is to hold dovetail boards perpendicular so that I can mark out dovetails a lot easier. But we will fine tune it to working. Okay, we're getting close. Let's see. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Yay, it's tall enough that I can do this the correct way. Yeah, that's exactly all I need to see. We're nowhere near ready to flatten these boards. This is proud, this is not, and this is a little bit high in the back, which that's all I really need to know is that this is high, low, high. Trying to reduce the tear out in this small patch of reversing grain, but tells me a lot about what's going to happen when I try to bevel this. Oh, Jesus. Oh, snake's here. Okay. That's fine. All right, we'll start with brushing, since that's the easy one to do. Making me do all the things. One of these days, I'm going to put a cool down that's just like, if snake eye. No, if snake eye. Wait 5 hours. I imagine it's going to be warm enough now because we just have coffee today. And I don't know if I have watch time actually activated. I would have to build that one myself. I'm slowly trying to get away from Streamlabs, and I've got a lot of those. I mean, like they're deactivated because once I get a couple more figured out, I think the big thing I got to figure out is my chat, because I cannot get it to look as nice as it does from Streamlabs without using some sort of service. Oh, okay, followage works, yes. That is one I did actually program in. Okay, so we know that there's a nice little cup in here due to everything. How does it look this way? And other than the cup, which is quite apparently, stop working here. Hey, Nail, glad to see you here. Sledge doing any better? And there is Slime. How's your campaign going, dear? She is D&Ding right now, most likely. All right, well that sounds good. I see what you're doing. Feel like I'm cheating if I do KYAR. Okay, it looks like it's actually just the front face of the vise, because as I'm bringing that down, all of the other is just coming into line. So I don't think this is out of flat. In fact, this is a reference face. It should just be plain and be, smooth and be done at this point, except for the bumps and the glue and inconsistencies of what got glued to it. So I think if we finish this edge, we can start planing and being done. Yeah, but so Mecca, just so you know, we got friends coming over like right after when her game was supposed to be done, and kind of feel bad for saying this. I'm streaming right now, and she was supposed to be playing D&D, and we're not completely ready. But I mean, I did help out a lot yesterday trying to make sure we had stuff ready. I'm just selfish, and I want to have this vise done. Luckily, most of this face is going to get... Yep. Shame. Shame. Or at least over here it is. What the hell's going on? I guess maybe it warped a little. Okay. Well, that's good news, I guess, for me. Right. But I don't know if it's going to be a long stream or not. So, ooh, covering myself in cherry. I really do want to just bring out the smoother real quick, because I really want to get rid of that. Because what I remember from last time is I really only need the smoother to get past this grain. And if you notice, it's turning beautiful again. And honestly, I don't know if we'll get to linseed oil yet. This might actually take a good bit of time of me planing, because I didn't think the top was going to be this much of a problem. All right. Come on. Keep hitting that back on the backstroke. See? There we go. And if you can see, like, it's missing this part completely, and then it slowly flattens out here. All right. I mean, do you want me to turn that on? I can turn the music on. I might start an upheaval, having music on the background. But I'm just joking about the upheaval. I'll turn it on if you want. That's gonna have to be addressed. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry. Let's see. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way, hey, up she rises, and blocks of different sizes. Way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. Trollman a longboat till he's sober. Trollman a longboat till he's sober. Trollman a longboat till he's sober early in the morning. Way, hey, up she rises, and blocks of different sizes. Way, hey, up she rises, early in the morning. Make him stay, bail over. Make him stay and bail her over. Make him stay and bail her over early in the morning. Shove a lobster down his britches. Shove a lobster down his britches. Shove a lobster down his britches early in the morning. Put some X-Lax in his coffee. Put some X-Lax in his coffee. Put some X-Lax in his coffee. He can't sleep if he's shitting all day. Way high and up she rises. Patent blocks of different sizes. Way high up she rises early in the morning. Make him kiss a gunner's daughter. Make him kiss a gunner's daughter. Make him kiss a gunner's daughter early in the morning. Throw him in the bed with a captain's daughter. Throw him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Throw him in the bed with the captain's daughter early in the morning. Well, you ain't seen the captain's daughter. You ain't seen the captain's daughter. You ain't seen the captain's daughter early in the morning. And that's what you do with a drunken sailor. That's what you do with a drunken sailor. That's what you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning. There's a lot of modern ones that get really fun. That's one from the Navy itself, the US Navy. The amount that it's tearing out, I'm actually kind of scared to use my jointer anymore because it's tearing out fairly deep. So we're going to use my jack plane, sorry, wrong plane. I'm afraid to use my jack plane anymore, so we're going to use my jointer slash foreplane because this is technically a foreplane. It's made for this job right here. But everyone uses a jack nowadays. And I can't afford a jointer, but it seems to be handling this without tearing the wood out, so, and I can make it a heavier cut if I need to. Plus it has a longer bed, so this divot here has been slowly getting corrected. And the tear out is going away, which is good. Well, the jack plane is made to scoop out material. It's going to cause tear out anyways, but it was making too deep of tear out. And I think we already hogged out the material I think we need to hog out because the vise face is no longer a good 1/4 inch higher on this side. This doesn't have its little like 1/16 of an inch overlap. So now it's just really making stuff true to each other at this point. And this guy is doing admirably at that job. It's funny, I have an empty box of an empty 5-gallon bucket of shavings. I guarantee you it's going to be half to a completely full by the time we're done with this. A little heavy for what we're doing here. Okay. But we're getting somewhere. Time to check progress. Now that we actually have a face that isn't like completely out of whack with each other. Oh, that's good. That's really nice. Okay, so we just need to basically take this cup out and take the tear out and we're done. Okay. Let me put this back on the warmer. Whew. It's actually warm today, so I don't have to have a sweatshirt on, which is nice. I mean, you can see the glue is still here. That tells you that this part is lower. I think by the time we get this glue completely removed, any and all of the tear out will be minimized. Except for maybe some of this here, but it'll be minimized. But it is apparent that I am going to need to drill a couple of new holes in the bench. Mostly front side, like just two that are made to hold the front down. Back side I can make work. But I love my shavings. But I suppose I can. But yeah, all of the tear out's getting very shallow, which is good. I'm at the point where I do want to actually control the tear out as well. Woo! Look at all of the shavings. Once again, does anyone need cherry for a barbecue? Smoke some meat with this. All right. That one definitely does need. And drop me a message. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to exactly mail it to you, but I mean, I make enough of it. I know it was a joke, but I'm not going to say no. Okay. like that happening, but whatever. Oh, we're getting there. Well, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, we got a little bit of tear out from me traversing here, but I'm probably honestly going to be taking the spoke shave to this anyways. Okay, we still have... it's looking much more beautiful. Still have glue here, which tells me we're not doing too hot there, but I can tell just by, yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, we've got it flat in reference to each other. So all I got to do is take and slowly bring it down until this divot's gone, and then we can do final shaping. And but I mean, yeah, I mean, cherry shouldn't be that hard to get a hold of in my mind. I know I may be like speaking unheard truths or whatever, but I'm getting it at half price. I don't know where you're actually at, Snake, but I mean, like, we have a local mill that I mean, that deals with cherry, so like I can get Missouri cherry for $350, $344. Rogue camera, why are you following? Why did you try to follow me? Thank you. It must be the drinking on stream that's doing it. It must be the drinking. Oh, Minnesota, that, yeah. I was about to say, cherry's a lot more common in our area than yours. That might be why. Like, I can just get it. It's not Pennsylvanian cherry, but I don't care that it's not Pennsylvanian cherry. Like, cherry is cherry is cherry. At some point I'll take the, actually, let's do this now. One day I'll cut this to be exactly flush. Well, the easiest way to do that is, well, there's my flush line. I just cut off the leather that exists there. And I'll just trim it down one day because it's still, you know, a good 3/16 of an inch too long there. And it will annoy me, but not a lot. really don't like that that's happening, but there's not much I can do for it. Almost there, almost there. Holy hell, we're almost there. Sound like me when I have a problem. Hey, gonna need you to come in on Saturday. Once we're done flattening this, we smooth it, smooth the face, and then start taking a giant bevel out of the front of here. And then we can start linseed oiling the absolute piss out of it. We're getting close because this is the size of the divot now. Is getting almost less than the width of a plane, which means we're really actually getting close. I always joked about like watching give me a couple seconds to catch my breath. I always joked about Christopher Schwartz doing like videos and then by the end being like drenched in sweat or starting drenched in sweat, but I'm doing that right now. All right. Oh, the FCC will not catch me, for I am quite elusive. Don't care what they say, I'm still a DJ, and I've got my life to live. A transmitter song, they say that it's wrong, 'cause I've never paid them the dough. So curse ye, yes, scallywags, you'll never take away my pirate radio. KYAR, KYAR, pirate radio. Got a mobile tower, it's wind powered, doubles as a sail. A shanty or two, song with my crew, never land us in jail. Hijacking frequencies, broadcasting secretly from where you don't need to know. So curse ye, yes, Galloway, you'll never take away my radio. KYR, KYR, Pirate Radio. KYR, KYR, Pirate Radio. What bevel? What bevel are you asking about? Oh, you mean the one I'm going to put here? It's so I can angle my saw if I need to, and not cut through the face of the vise. It just reduces wood in a place where it doesn't need to be thick. Woo! Yeah, that's just to put an angle on it, kind of like how this one has, so that I can angle a saw if I need to, or something like that, just to get it out of the way. Especially for half-blind dovetails, where you actually have to saw at an angle. I'm gonna need a real hydrate here soon. Not sure coffee's doing it. Okay, we're basically down to this little glue patch now. Yeah! Whoa! Halfway there. Living on a prayer. Yep, see, the glue's disappearing. Which means after this pass, take a quick gander at how we're doing level to level, and then hopefully just smoothing out. So we can move on to other things. Hopefully get to at least the first layer of, I don't really care about that. First layer of oiling before the end of the show. Okay. All right. Time to try it and then smooth it. It has been tried and let me back the blade down just a little bit. Two backed. Trying times. The little boy. After I take a drink. Because this one will take very little time. Oh, you're a little deep. What the? Okay. There we go. Okay. Somebody's been playing with these. There we go. There we go. Good enough for government pay. All right. It's definitely a brush time now, because there's a new setup. Because we don't need you anymore. All right. Woo! Hey, O'Marley, how are you doing? We are finishing up the vise today. Let me get the planes in a safe place, because I think in just a little bit of time we're going to be throwing oil down on this. We've got one last thing to do. Well, besides, like, oh, let's do that now. Well, we'll do that when I get to that. And don't mind me taking this away. It'll come back, don't you worry. I'm coming back. I haven't abandoned you guys yet. Nope. Because we are going to at least clean the front face off here, because it looks nasty. Anyway. And before we start oiling any of this, we're gonna have to sweep up. I forgot about that. You do not want linseed oil hitting your wood chips. We're gonna plane this. Yeah, we're gonna plane this without the plane stop. Well, actually, plane stop will be fine. We're gonna saw this off and true it in a few seconds. said, right now the front doesn't really need anything more than cleaning marks off of it and cleaning this thing off of it. So make it look just a little bit more beautiful. There we go. Dirt marks are off of it. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. That was fast. Okay, 1 second here. We're gonna have to get us some new water / coffee. Dear, if you're up there, can you get me coffee or something to drink? I don't think you want me walking up there like this. Woo! So now we put on the front bevel. Okay, I'm just trying to not track sawdust up, but okay. Sawdust and shavings. Like, a lot of people just scoop out this little interior portion, but honestly, I think it's more work to do that than it is just to run the entire length. It's going to take a while, but we'll do it. Yes, it is. I'm almost done with it, so I'm going to try and go as hard as I can until it's done. Haven't tried any, so I don't have opinions on them, really. Just, I've only ever used English planes. English style or French style or whatever, European continental style. Actually, I wonder, at this point, how much more of a hassle will it be to do this? Well, specifically because it becomes easier once you get to this part to reverse. And come back here. Although I'm not looking to have a rounded over one, I really do need it. Square out the small of my back. And keep going. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might just shape these sides and still scallop. I see why they want to scallop in now. Normally. That's a nice edge, but we do need to go deeper. We can't do that with the screw holes, so we do need to play fun. Where's my crosscuts? Wax, please. All right. Of course. La 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 la. Do it the way that makes sense. Boom, boom. Are you both in the same hole? Yes. That means nothing to me. Okay. Where is some blocking wood? Here we go. All right, guys, we're doing some interesting stuff here today. Footloose and fancy free, basically, here. About here, yeah. Hey, Gooey. Come on. We're doing pretty good. We're kind of improvising this last part, but that's what happens. Yes, I know they're nowhere near identical. At this point, not a big problem. I need that angle, so we're going to put it in there. I'm not going to sit there and plane this all day. So I am finishing up a Moxon Vise. If you type ! project, it'll bring up like a concept picture of it. Right now I'm just kind of playing around with the final shaping of the front chop so that we can get this put together and finish it. I was using a plane to do it, but that was taking a little long. So we've now started. Whoa! Whoa, Gooey, thank you for the follow. For the introduction, I am Wes. This is Plain Old Woodworking. I typically just do hand tool woodworking projects while I'm streaming on Twitch. Better for your ears, better for my ears, and I just find it more interesting when it's hand tooled. Chips! Chips ahoy! So basically, I just need a good steep bevel in between the screws here, and that is what I am adding at the moment. Hello, dear. Actually, lemonade would be better. Oh, thank you, dear. I mean, yeah, let's just go ahead and top it off, put it on the warmer. Thank you, dear. Love you.
Then I can brew and pop.
For when everyone gets here.
Phoenix will be early.
Gotcha. All right. Woo, okay. Let's take a quick hydrate break. What kind of materials you prepping? Well, I know what Mecha's prepping, or they're about what Mecha would be prepping. But Gooey, what are you prepping? I think we're gonna get this roughly into shape, and then we're gonna take the spoke shave and spoke it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. We've shaken you out. Sorry for the loud noise. But then again, I was hammering, so. Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I don't have to give you the whole Craftsman's Guild spiel. I'm kind of the weird Roy Underhill of the group. Making my way downtown. But we're almost done in basic shaping, and then I'm going to take a spoke shave or something and just go to town on this. Because I honestly don't care if it looks like I dug it out with a chisel like this. And it's uneven. Because A, shop tool, B, I kind of like it. It'll remind me, hey, you should have probably wonder why they did it that way. Instead of going, I'll just do it with a plane, and then realizing you can't physically without destroying the bolt holes. I know, Snake. I mean, heck, you're one of the guys that actually got me noticed. You and Way Cool were like my earliest raiders. Heck, Nail's a moderator because she came over from your channel, Snake. She's like my most loyal watcher. All right, all right, all right. Why did I put redeems in this channel? All right. Oh, I hear a Max. I hear a Max baying out there. But we've basically got it most of the way roughed in, which is good. Woo! I can hear you, Max. Ah, that's why. Once we get most of the saw lines out, we're just going to start forming, or smoothing, I should say. Don't know if this is faster or slower than what I started with, but it's less labor intensive. Hello. Give me a second.
I don't know.
Give me a second. Hey, random. 1 second here. All right, sorry about that. Now let's read what I missed. Well, we've got a round over the entire edge, but where I need it, where I need this heavy chamfer, is between the screws, and if I did it across the entire edge, I would be in trouble because it would be breaking through the screws. There we go. So so there's a round over here and here, and then heavy chamfer where I need the saw relief. And it's going to have a nice kind of homely look because I flew by the seat of my pants doing this. Didn't mark out how deep I wanted it. So now it's got a nice little homely look to it. I guess is the best way to put it. A homely look. All right, a little bit from this side, and we should be on to just like smoothing it. Okay, let's see what we can do. That tells you anything. Let's see what we can do here. Where's my spoke shave? Anyone got a draw knife? I think a draw knife would be better for this, but the fun part is that the grain changes right here. I was just trying to get the heaviest hogged out portion done so that I could get to the spoke shave. But really, I should have a draw knife, I think, at this point, but make do with what you got. I think at this point, actually, let's all right, now let's put Senor Planes up. Senor Chisel up. Take out both draw knives, round bottom and flat bottom, flat bottom. Take one more brushing. Make it easy. Yeah, but I didn't want to hog through nearly 2 inches of material with a spoke shave, I think is my problem. I think that's more the problem I was not wanting to deal with was that. Come on. Get down there. There we go. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Before I actually tighten it down, I do actually need to get that washer seated. We're probably going to glue that washer in the end. Okay. How did we do this again? Boop. Just do it this way. There we go, we had that here. And yeah, it is apparent that I do need to drill new holes specifically for the Moxon. But we will get to that when we're done with it so that I can optimize Moxon Vise holes. Okay. Just use the flat bottom because you know how to use it. This is the side that's going to hurt because of the squirrely grain right there. But it's working. We're getting a nice little powered on liquor and spoke shaves. Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to. Hey, free fall. Okay, let's see who else I missed here. Ending time. That is a good question. I think we might have maybe 15, 20 more minutes worth of work on this, and then I can put a layer of oil on it and call it a day. So look, 12:30, 1 o'clock Central Time. That might explain a lot. Okay. But I think we can at least get a first layer on here by 12:30, 1 o'clock Central Time here, Mecca. And then get people over to you. If you haven't taken the hint, we'll be raiding out to Mecca today. Okay, I think a little bit of rasp work and we're probably good there. Get the hiccup bumps out of it and then try to take one last spoke shaving over it to get it nice and pearly, because I really do like the grain when you get it smooth on this piece. Then we can start slathering this beast up with some linseed. Just a little too tight. Because there's just a little bit of curl in this piece, and I would rather have it show up a little. Of course, it's kind of curly looking. Okay. Okay. Tighten you back down, loosen you back up so that I'm not, you don't have to be. Honestly, I don't think we're going to be oiling this on stream because I've got to sweep up everything before I start oiling it. I think we can do that. Let's see if I can get you to work. I really need to work on how to get this guy to work. Either way, we got a nice bevel. Let's see, what time is it? 12:01. All right, I think we can sweep and oil. So let's, all right. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your shit. Tells you what era I'm from. That song is ingrained into my memory. There's nothing I can do to get that song out. But yeah, because and as I've done before, if you're using oil-based finishes, invest in a fire can. And I continue to say that every single time we do an oil finish on stream, invest in an oil can for disposal. I know some people just lay out the rags on their floor. Some people do this or that. I invested a little bit of money, just got a small oil rag can. Lets me sleep sound at night. I'll just put it that way. Close this up. First sweep. Oh my God, you guys are actually getting to watch me do my sweeping. What have I done? Heresy. It's supposed to be magical that this stuff just disappears in between streams. Yeah, this might be a full 5-gallon bucket. Guys, well, nah, this is probably a quarter to a half. All right, guys. So here we go, here we go, here we go. Other than this little square piece that I landed in the bucket earlier, the bucket is empty. Let's see how much I made today. Where's my brush? My hand brush. Gotta have a hand brush. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Come on. Come on. I am right here. Are you that obstinate? Come on. Am I too far away? Am I too close? Okay, well, it just doesn't like me now. There. Heck, I may have made a full bucket. Okay, so yeah, it's full bucket. Geez, it's been a while since I've done something this intense planing, so get the shavings from under the bench that always never get got. All right. God. Of course. Sorry guys for all the clatter. Yep. Basically made a full bucket. Scrunch it down. Scrunch down that bucket. Let's do one last floor sweep to get a pile and get this last bit done. Sorry, it's a safety thing, getting these shavings off the floor before you do an oil finish base or base finish, because it creates heat while it finishes or while it dries. Like I use linseed oil, so it does actually have a thermic reaction. I don't know if it's endo or exo, can never remember that. But on these thin little shavings, you're just asking for a fire to start. So if you don't at least try to mitigate it. So I like to get it all swept up before we crack out the linseed oil for big projects. All right. I know what you're saying, Wes. Why are you finishing it with something that could spontaneously burn shit down? Because I like it. It's a good shop tool finish. Keeps the wood hydrated. Doesn't make it so slick that you can't use it. It's a good shop tool finish. Essentially, it is a paint can, but it, it has an auto-closing lid, blah, 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 blah. But essentially, yeah, it's a paint can, but with a paint can, you gotta actually like get the lid closed. So like, it's just an extra step for me to like take a hammer to the lid and close it. Okay, where is my hammer? Get these off. Here's the good thing, you only really need the one coat on the bottom. So it'll be... What are you sitting on? Ah, I was like, why are you doing that? You should be like flat. I only really need one coat on the bottom. All right, have fun. I'll be done here in a second. Here. All right, and also, sorry guys, let's get, wonder if it'll realize who I am now. Boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. There we go, sorry about that, because for some reason it doesn't want to follow me. Are you gonna follow me now? Okay, whatever. Anyway. If it does, it does. Whatever, at this point, if it does, it does. Oil time. Oil time, doodle-doo-doo, oil time. Where did I put my... Yeah, it is following me. Okay, cool. It is boiled, chemically boiled linseed oil, so I tend to... Hey, half blind. I should check in on onlyplanes.com, shouldn't I? Make sure no one's posting illicit photos of me. We're right at the end of this here, half blind. We're going to be applying boiled linseed oil. And I do it by the gallon. And I know that, like, this is an ugly, ugly piece of furniture here, but this is how I'm just going to do it. The basic idea is rub on, wipe off. Ah, so much stuff. Blub, blub, blub. At least it's bringing out the color in the cherry again. It's always kind of sad when you plain seasoned cherry and like it just turns that really pale color. So it's part of why I like linseed oil. It kind of brings back the color of the seasoned wood. Puts a little oil in it. Here's the other thing. If the linseed oil gets on my bench, I don't care, because the bench also that is definitely impregnated with linseed oil. Linseed oil and a little bit of paste wax. I don't know if we'll get we will not be getting, yeah, I'm not even going to try and say, I don't know if we'll be getting to it. We will not be getting to paste waxing today, because I usually put 2 or 3 coats of boiled linseed oil on stuff before I even think about paste wax. So right now is just glob it all on. Glob it on. That's how the men like it. Just glob on all that lipstick. Okay. Give that a little bit of time to dry. Oh no, we've got it all over my bench. Whatever shall I do except rub it right into my bench? Yep, here in cars. So yeah, Mecca, if you're wanting to get set up for a stream, start doing it. Because it'll probably be within the next 15-20 minutes that I'm going to be, maybe even faster than that, just so you know. Because right now we're just applying away. We're not going to do multiple layers today because, well, linseed oil takes a long time to dry. Here's something a lot of people don't, they're like, oh my God, you did this? Yes, I did. Oh yeah. Now we need to do my standard thing of, let me grab another cloth. We need the wipe off cloth. It's had sufficient time to soak in for the first layer. Once again, I'm really liking hide glue because, get in there. Because it's quite honestly just beautifully works with all of this extra stuff. Okay, flipper-do, flipper-do, flipper-do. All right, the dry one over here. Use my elbows, save mini-max. Yeah. Sorry, there will be no hat redeems or anything while I'm doing this. I am not getting linseed oil all over those hats. Oh yeah, now that, yeah. Look at that. Sorry, can't help myself. I really just, I love cherry and walnut, so. Boyd, if you're listening, not that walnut. All right, I'll start the next stream with a pirate hat. How about, of course it did. Do you see me? Thank you. There's a couple plane skip marks here. But I mean, other than that, this thing is right the level I want it. Look at all this oil on my bench. What shall I do with it? Oh my. Okay. Mecca, just give me a heads up when you're ready to stream. That I can do. But I think everyone's just listening to me go, oh, I can't do that. Haha, you didn't lose me. Good. Okay, I really like the fact that like the linseed oil brought out that deep, deep reddish color of the board originally. I'm really liking that. Anytime you say go. Okay, so just go ahead and start streaming, man. Because I'm going to pass them over to you here in the next 5 minutes. Okay, dry, dry, dry. It's looking a lot better in person. I don't know if you guys can see it, the difference as soon as I oiled it, but it looks so much better to me. Darkens up that walnut, brings a little bit of red out in the cherry. While we got you, there's one thing I wanted to do. All right, yeah, that needed to come out. Guys, all right, 1 second here. All right. There you go. Are you going to lock? Whatever. All right, so let's make sure our good friend is streaming at the moment. All right. He is actually starting. Okay, so we're raiding out to Mecca. And I'm going to sit here and slowly apply more layers. You guys have a good day, and I will figure out some way to either continue our new project or maybe do the Craftsman Challenge. We'll figure that out, but till then, say hi to Mecca.